Hi again. In this part 2 I will be presenting Evernote. I will present some highlights. I've used it a lot myself, so I will demonstrate by showing how I use it and how this can be of some use when introducing Evernote for ePortfolio. I will also conclude by comparing Evernote to a couple of learning management systems like It's Learning and Fronter. Yes, Evernote. First highlight I want to underline is the possibility to put files and meta text, that is text describing the files and so on, in the same place. You can put it in the same note. I will go to Evernote to show how I use it for e-assessment, for organizing the content, the curricula of the course. Here you see I have text. I have entered summary text. Here I have the PDF with the curriculum. Here I have the source note, etc. and downwards. And then I can use this to both open PDF from here, like this, and enter notes in the PDF itself, and then I can go back to the Evernote note and include more text and so on. So this is one way you can include several things in one note. Another thing is you can have inside an Evernote note you can have both external and internal links, wiki style. To show this, I have a sort of longer summary of each paper here. This is just a link to another note in my Evernote book system, and I can go backwards again to the main note. So this sort of works like what you call et nav. Fungerer som et nav I midten av et sykkelhjul, and I can go back and forward to this nav with links, and I can also link to external sources. If I want to save web pages, I can save the links to this inside the document. I can share in many ways. I can share a note giving ownership to another Evernote user. I can also give browsing possibilities to other people through this. For instance, I have here London program for my class. We were in London in March. This I can share. This is my note, and I can constantly change it, and then I can share it. Copy note URL to clipboard. This I can enter into a browser, and then my students can see the same program. They cannot edit it, but they can click on the links, the external links, etc. And then I can go back to my program again and just change it and click sync, and then the program will also change externally. You could also share ownership with others for an entire map folder. Here, share notebook. Here I share with my family, and I've shared it with my son, my daughter, my ex-wife, and so on. And here we can enter everything regarding the family and change it. So when they change something, it's instantly available at my side as well. Let's go on. It's an asynchronous collaborative writing tool, meaning you can't enter stuff in the note at the same time. It will make a note conflict, and you have to delete one of the notes if two people try to enter something in a note at the same time. For instance, my son has diabetes, so he constantly enters his blood sugar values and how much insulin he uses. This note is constantly then updated to my phone, to my PC, and for the rest of the family as well, so we can monitor what he's doing. So this is what I mean by asynchronous collaborative writing tools, and I guess you can yourself figure out how this, what value this has in a e-portfolio. You can enter a text, and then you can have peer feedback from other students or teacher feedback in the same note. You have revision history, just like in a wiki. You can see here activity, and then you can see everything that has happened in your notebook system for the last hours. I shared London, that's one event. The other events, current events, is my son is updating his diabetes book, and I can also see downwards if somebody else has changed other documents that I have shared with others. That's good to have. You can have a local client. You download Evernote to your PC, and then you have a lot of files locally, so you can work offline. But if you are in Kuala Lumpur, say, and don't have access to your computer, you can log in through a browser in your own user, and you can of course also log in your phone, like this. Here's Evernote in my phone, and I can watch my lecture notes while working at the PC. You have backup possibilities. I mean, if you do something in Evernote, if you include a file, edit a document, do some other stuff, it's constantly synchronized. So it's constantly also backed up. And this is more vital than you might think, because students, they tend to not think about backup, or perhaps at the best downloading their files to external hard disk, hard drive, let's say every 14th day or something, and then they constantly lose stuff. So with Evernote, you can't lose anything because it's constantly updated on the server, and also on your mobile phone or other devices that you might like to use Evernote on. It has annotatable pictures, and the reason I'm mentioning this, you can use it if you have a picture like this. This is a picture I have shared with my family, because it's a bike, my son's bike. It's supposed to be delivered after Easter. This picture is saved to the family folder, and I can annotate it, meaning I can enter stuff in the picture. Let's see if it's working. Yes, it's working. And I can define that I want to write something. Something like this. I mean, if you have a vocational subject, I'm like electro or car or design or something, you also make physical stuff in your classes, and then you want to take pictures of it and maybe annotate it, sort of with many different kinds of stuff, and then you can annotate it. You can let the teacher annotate it and say something about please improve this, or is this according to the rules, and so on, directly into the picture. And when you save it, it's of course synchronized back to the server, and then back to the student again. Another good thing is that you can add tags. You can sort of say receipts. Now this picture is searchable. So if I want to find this picture again, I don't know what the name of the picture was, because it's of course has got a generic name. I can just search for receipts, and then all my receipts will pop up at the same place, etc. So the search option is very nice to have, also for pictures. So how do Evernote compare to its learning and Fronta? I think a software tool, the students must want to use it, and this is more important than you can imagine, because in my experience, it's difficult to get the students to use its learning. They use it in the class. If you ask them to do it, please go in here, do that. They do it, no problem. But they don't sort of gravitate towards it. They forget to check it very often. So I have found that to get easy communication with my students, I need to use Facebook, because that's where they are, as a matter of fact. So I have this group for my students here. They use Facebook all the time. Sorry if you can see some of the names here. I hope it's okay. I use it all the time because they instantly then get push warnings about what happens in this group, and I can see how many people have seen it and so on. So I can react to in a much more intuitive way than in its learning. Like this, because it's learning, okay, you check where's my message system, I don't know exactly, should I go into this subject? So there's a lot of confusion regarding folder structure and so on, and the same goes for Fronter. I mean, I'm not very good at using its learning, my fellow colleagues are not very good at using its learning, and regarding Fronter, I guess you could say the same works here at Høgskolen i Oslo Akershus. You're not used to getting a quick reply to your inquiries, and I guess this can be explained by the Fronter system. It's not very intuitive. It doesn't have push warnings, and so on. So to get back to how this applies to Evernote, you have to have ease of use. You have to have a system that people want to use, and I used Facebook to show that Evernote is sort of a same system, because you have a local client, so you have even large file is manageable in system. This doesn't work this way with its learning and Fronter. You don't use large files, it's unmanageable, and you can't edit the file after uploading it through the web client. Another very important feature is that you own your own files. You keep them after graduating, you keep them after losing your user at its learning and Fronter, so you sort of think of this more as your own and not as an external system. And Evernote is also usable for other stuff besides school. Just like Facebook, you use Facebook for everything else, so why not use it for school as well? And this also goes for Evernote. I think you can organize your life through it with all the stuff I mentioned. I mean, sharing stuff with family, making to-do lists, compiling curricula stuff, and so on. You can use it for other stuff. So this concludes my part 2 about Evernote. I guess I've left something hanging up in the air regarding how this applies to ePortfolio, but all the stuff I mentioned is very relevant to ePortfolio. Thank you.